Mic check, sound check, mic check. Anybody at home got the TV on? Sound check, mic check. Sound check, mic check, sound board, the mixer board. Anybody at home got the TV on? Give me a holler. Let me know if we're up and running here. Thank you, Mr. Witzel. Appreciate it. Well, it is Thursday. That means it's time for high school volleyball. We got a Class A JV volleyball matchup here. The Baltic Lady Bulldogs are hosting the Parker Pheasants. Baltic finishing up some final serves here. Parker on the bench getting ready for action. And we should be ready to get things rolling here. We'll go off this JV roster here for Parker. On the court, they got number 16, Aleska Peterson, 5'8" freshman. Number 7, Shayla Volts, 5'7" junior. Number 10, Maya Wright, 5'8" sophomore. Number 20, Alyssa Schulte, 5'7" sophomore. And number 22, Lauren Patton, 5'8" sophomore. And who's back there in the middle? We got 12, maybe Maya Bayer, 5'7" freshman. For Baltic, Bailey Brees, and she's going to serve. Ava Tiart, Addison Geigley, Maya Fredrickson, Clara Berg, and Lacey Hillman. Brees bumps, Geigley sets, and Hillman kills it, but Parker was in the net. Everything stopped, point to Baltic. And Brees will serve again. Boom. Bayer under it. Wright goes to set it. Shea Volts got it over, and Baltic took 2 good hits to recover. There's a swing by Aliska Peterson. Baltic recovers. Now back to Parker. They try to tap it over, and Fredrickson and Berg deny that at the front of the net. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Bryce. Brees serving again. Bray up with it. Parker's got to get it over and does. Going to set up Fredrickson. She's blocked at the net. Back set. Hillman's got to make a miraculous attempt there. Good attempt. Couldn't get it over. Maya Wright now serving for Parker. 5'8" sophomore. Net serve goes over. Hillman bump. Brees bumps it over. That's Now Volts. And she whacks it too hard. Shayla Volts, 5'7" junior. Now serving Claire Berg for your Lady Bulldogs. Back set again for Volts, and she whacks it into the net. Looks like Maya Wright's the primary setter here, number 10. Berg down low, and Wright can't get that one. She served it right at Schulte's feet. Pass was kind of out of the range of Wright, and Baltic gets a point. 5-1 Lady Bulldogs. Here comes Berg. Bump up and over by Peterson. Back to Volts, and she saw that nobody's home at all in the back row and whacked it home. Now Volts will come out. In will come Kyla Foschheim, 5'7" freshman, and she'll serve. Hillman up in the air. Berg, back set Fredrickson. That didn't make it over the net. Point for Parker. Foschheim will serve. 5-3 Baltic lead. Hillman up. Berg sets it. Now for Hillman. Right under it. Patton tips it over to Maya Beyer, and her swing goes into the net. Drops down for a Baltic point. Side out Baltic ball. Maya Fredrickson to serve for Baltic. Right bumps that one over. Geigley up in the air for Hillman. Right again. Go to Beyer, and she knocks that one out of bounds. Fredrickson. That goes off the hands of Kyla Foschheim and out of bounds. Ace for Maya Fredrickson. Fredrickson to serve again. Ooh, that time Foschheim ducked it, and Fredrickson put it right in the corner. Back-to-back aces for Maya. Whacks it again. High in the air off Schulte. Wright is going to set up Beyer. Baltic recovers. Holland Kortemeyer in the game with the swing. Wright tries to set up Lauren Patton and then backed right into her. Patton made an attempt, but didn't work out. 10-3 Baltic. Fredrickson still serving. Oh no. Schulte up with that. Berg now sets up Hillman. She shoves it off Patton into the floor. Kill Lacey Hillman. Timeout on the court, I think taken by Parker. How'd you girls do? We won. Good. Did you play well? Yeah, pretty good. Good. I'd like to take this opportunity, because it is Thursday and it is 6:20, to remind you of the Someday Cafe. They got weekly specials. This week's special, lunch today was the Mediterranean burger. Tonight, Swedish meatballs over mashed potatoes with green beans. Tomorrow, hot beef. And Friday night special, house-made chicken cordon bleu with garlic, parmesan, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Saturday, noon special breakfast fry bread, topped with sausage, bacon, scrambled eggs, cheese sauce, and the Saturday night special brisket sandwich with coleslaw and fries. Someday Cafe, located on 201 St. Olaf Avenue, Baltic, South Dakota. Someday Cafe, proud sponsors of Lady Bulldog Athletics. Fredrickson still serving for Baltic. Schulte in the air. They're going to go back to Beyer. She gets it over. Berg now sets Hillman. Parker got a touch. Beyer whacks it over. Berg sets up Holland Kortemeyer right under it. Now Patton. Peterson with the swing. Baltic got under it. And I think that was Geigley that snuck that one line. Just out of the reach of Alyssa Schulte. 12-3 Lady Bulldogs. Maya Fredrickson serving. And that's in. Fredrickson serving wizardry. Her third ace in this round. I think she's served, 6 or 7 in a row now? 3 aces here by Maya. Here she comes again. Schulte bump, right back set for Patton, and that one doesn't make it over. Patton, 5'8" sophomore. Tried to one-hand that one over, and it didn't go so well. Fredrickson to serve again. That one is going to be punched over by Peterson. Beyer smacks that back for Parker. Kortemeyer with the swing. Schulte under it. Back to Peterson. She would have had to make a heck of a play and gave good effort there, but couldn't get it back over. Fredrickson again. Schulte in the air, right, bumps it. And the set kind of went a little bit closer to the net than I think Beyer anticipated, and she couldn't get it over. Maya Fredrickson will continue to serve. There's another ace. Dumped it right in front of Schulte, and she couldn't get it up in the air. Parker will make a substitution. Bring in number 8, Paige Haase, 5'10" freshman. Fredrickson whacks it, and that one goes off Haase for yet another ace by Maya Fredrickson. Here comes Maya. Up in the air by Fosheim. Right is going to set up Beyer. Hillman. Geigley up in the air. Kortemeyer. Fosheim. Right. Back set for Patton, and that doesn't make it over the net. Timeout on the court. Another timeout taken by Parker. Maya Fredrickson got the ball. I can't remember what the score was. I think it was either 6-3, 7-3, 8-3. Anyway, she's still serving, and now it's 19-3 Baltic. She's doing a heck of a job. Maya Fredrickson, 5'10" sophomore. Now might be a good time. The volleyball team would like to take the opportunity to recognize those that serve or have served in any of the branches of the military. They are honoring the military this evening. And if you are planning on coming to the game, please come out. You will be observed and greatly appreciated. Military night tonight at the volleyball match. Thank you for all you do and continue to do and all that has been done for us and our country. All right, 19-3 Lady Bulldogs. Fredrickson still serving. And she whacked it out of bounds. That'll do it. Maya with about 11 in a row, maybe more. Side out, Parker to serve, and in comes Braylon Behrens, 5'4" freshman. She's serving. Berg gonna set up Kortemeyer, and that one did not make it over the net. Good evening, Mr. Clark. Thank you for all the notes, and the volume is working, so says the people at home. Behrens under it. Right is going to set up Paige Haase. Baltic recovers. Haase, good swing. Kortemeyer with the kill. That's Holland Kortemeyer. Whacked it. Maya Wright got a piece of it for the Pheasants, but it went out of bounds. That's a kill for Holland. Now serving Lacey Hillman. Barron's bump, right. Gonna set up Beyer. T-Art under it. Berg sets up Breesy. She backs up. That one goes off the left hand of Maya Wright into the floor for a Baltic point. Lacey Hillman to continuing to serve. She's a 5'4" sophomore. Patton up with it. Now Berg smacks it over. Volts tries to, or no, that's Hazy. She tried to whack it over and came up empty on that one. Hillman to serve. 22-5 Baltic. First set of the JV matchup. That one didn't make it over the net for Hillman. Now checking in. Hillman will check out. Star Painter will come in. She wears number 7, 5'4" junior. And in for Parker is Hannah Schaefer, 5'8" freshman. Hannah hits it into the net. Side out, Baltic will serve. And serving will be Addison Gagley, 5'4" sophomore. Barons, overpass, and Schaefer couldn't get there to get the set. It went into the net. And serving here for the set is Gagley. Baltic up 24-6. She tries to go super short, and it was wide open, but it didn't make it over the net. Volts will check back in for Fosheim. And serving for Parker, number 12, Maya Beyer. She goes short and gets the ace. Nicely placed there by Beyer. Beyer again. Painter bump. Gagley sets up Brees. Barron's under it. Hazy got it over for Parker. Kortemeyer. T-Art. Gagley push shot to the corner. Barron's is there. Schaefer. Hazy with the swing. And we'll go Claire Berg. And we got Pheasants in the net. That'll do it. First set of the JV matchup goes to Baltic, 25-8. Break in between sets. Maybe you want to hit the old Classic Corner before you come out for the varsity matchup. Classic Corner located on Lovely Avenue. Got everything you need in a convenience store and service with a smile. Throw a little of that high-priced gas in the tank. Get yourself a pizza, sub, soft serve ice cream, chips, seeds, Powerball tickets, ice cream cones, eggs, bacon, whatever you need. Classic Corner, I think, might have it. Classic Corner, proud sponsor of Bulldog Athletics. On the court for Baltic here to start set number 2 is Claire Berg, Maya Fredrickson, Addison Gagley, Bailey Brees, Ava T-Art, and we're going to, Julia Weeman. Rocking number 5. She's a 5'5" sophomore. Weeman will start set number 2. And I think we got, yeah, I was going to say that. They do not have pumpkin in a can, in case you're wondering. Canned pumpkin. Not at Classic Corner. That's about all they have, don't have. We got Caitlin Pickett on the floor also, wearing number 16. She's a 5'7" freshman. So we got Pickett, Geigley, and Weeman in the back row. And T-Art's going to check in for whom? T-Art, the libero. Probably Caitlin, I think. They usually come in for one of the taller ones. Vanessa Dunkelberger, yeah. T-Art comes in for Pickett. Dunkelberger wears number 21. She's in there for Parker. And we got number, what is this? 13. Mara Moore. Here comes Fredrickson with the swing, and she whacks it into the net. Parker's got a 1-point lead here. Mara Moore continuing to serve for the Peasants. Bump by T-Art. Geigley gonna set up Berg. And she's blocked. Paige Hazy, I think, got a piece. If she didn't, she's awful jacked up about it. I think both. She did it and is excited. Nicely done by Paige Hazy. Moore. Bump by Breesy. Geigley up in the air. Fredrickson whacks it over. We got Haley Phillips in there too. Hazy pushes that over. Berg gonna set up Brees, and she's gonna get the kill right between Moore and Phillips. Haley Phillips, 5'7" sophomore. Now serving Bailey Brees for Baltic. And Phillips gets that in the air, but kind of an overpass, went under the net. Not much her Pheasant teammates could do with that one. Brees, again, we're all tied at 2. That's Fosheim. She whacks it over the net and out of bounds. Baltic point. Boom. Hazy pushed over by Dunkelberger. Geigley going to set up Fredrickson. Here comes Hazy. She pushes it over and then hit the net after she did it, I think. I don't know if her shot was going to be in or not. It was going to be awful close, but she went under the net. 4-2 Baltic. Bailey Brees continues to serve. Bump up there by Beyer. Now Phillips. Dunkelberger whacks it. Baltic under it. Back set for Berg. That goes into the net. Parker gets it over by Beyer. Berg sets up Fredrickson. And she hits it out. Nicely done. Good swing. Just too much gusto. Now serving Maya Beyer. 4-3 Baltic. That serve doesn't go over. Berg serving for Baltic. Parker up in the air. Volts hits it over. Berg going to set up Fredrickson. Phillips under it. Now to Hazy, and that one goes into the net. Claire Berg serving for your Lady Bulldogs. She tries to go short and doesn't get it over the net. Checking in now and serving is Alyssa Schulte, 5'7" sophomore for the Pheasants. Phillips to the bench. Bump by T-Art. Berg up in the air for Weeman. And her kill goes off the hands of Mara Moore and into the tin for a Baltic point. T-Art out for Baltic. Caitlin Pickett now in for the Bulldogs. And serving is Maya Fredrickson. Dunkelberger up in the air. Parker gets it over and Moore does it. Berg sets up Pickett. and that's in. Pickett paints the line for a kill. Caitlin Pickett. Okay. Maya Fredrickson continues to serve. That goes off Dunkelberger over to Schulte, and Volts whacks it over. Berg goes with the quick one to the middle. Parker recovers. Weeman, cross court, off Schulte into the stands for a Baltic point. That kill, record that one for Julia Weeman. Fredrickson continues to serve. Dunkelberger, Beyer up in the air. Schulte's got to get it over and does. And it drops. Alyssa Schulte with the whack. I do. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen, for all you do. And girls, you too. Now serving Maya Wright. 9-5 Baltic lead. Bump by Weeman. Berg up in the air. Geigley knocks it out of bounds. Point for the Pheasants. Wright will continue to serve. T-Art bump. Berg going to set up Pickett. Schulte, Wright, and they can't recover inbounds. Side out, serving for your Lady Bulldogs will be number 5. She's also 5'5" and a sophomore. It's Julia Weeman. Schulte up in the air. Wright is going to set up Patton. Baltic under it. That's set. Ooh, Brees tried to do a passing corner shot. That would have been pretty slick, but she whacked it into the net. Side out, Pheasants ball. And we got Volts coming out. Fosheim coming in. Fosheim, 5'7" freshman. Nice attempt there by Pickett to pick it out of the net and get it over. Didn't work, but good effort. Pass kind of went awry off the first hit. Fosheim hits it out of bounds. Side out, Baltic will get the ball. It's going to be Addison Geigley serving. Schulte, right. Back set Patton. Baltic pinballs it over the net. And Pickett whacks that one into but over the net for a kill for Caitlin Pickett. Geigley to serve. 12-8 Baltic. Schulte in the air. Wright bumps it. Schulte's got to get it over and does. Berg up in the air for Brees. Fosheim up off the rafter and down. Hard to recover once it hits the ceiling. And timeout on the court. 13-8 Baltic. Timeout taken by the Pheasants. Baltic football team will travel to Parker tomorrow night to tangle with the Pheasants once again, this time on the gridiron. Both teams looking for their first win on the season. 7 o'clock kickoff in Parker. Geigley continuing to serve here. Punches it over as Byer up in the air. Right back to Schulte. And she got it over the net, but out of bounds. Geigley still serving. Up in the air, Schulte. Right. Back set for Patton. Bump T-Art. Geigley now going to set Brees, and she hit it off the antenna, and that'll be side out Parker point. Schulte out, and Aleska Peterson out. In comes Haley Phillips to serve. She goes short and gets the ace. Perfect placement there by Haley Phillips. Bump by Clark. Geigley up in the air for Pickett. She goes push shot. Phillips. Right is going to set up Byer. T-Art hits it in the air. Brees, Berg, out of bounds. Pheasants with 3 in a row here. Cut the lead to 3. Haley Phillips serving. Brees up for the kill, and she drops it in between Phillips and Fosheim. Bailey Brees with the kill. Now serving for Baltic, Ava T-Art. Patton, overpass into the net. Right digs it out, but out of bounds. T-Art to serve again. And that goes straight into the net. Maya Wright comes out, as does Patton. Dunkelberger in. And we got Mara Moore serving. Bump by Brees. Geigley just taps it over, as does Hazy. Now Geigley sets up Fredrickson. She goes cross court. Would have been perfectly placed, but it went too far out of bounds. Mara Moore serving. Painter up in the air, and then nobody went and got it for Baltic. Dropped on their side of the court. Timeout, Baltic. Parker is cut into the lead. Lady Bulldogs 16, Pheasants 4. Baltic took the first set of this JV matchup here. They play best of 3 in JV, and Varsity to follow. On the court for Baltic, Claire Berg, Addison Geigley, Bailey Brees, Ava T-Art, Maya Fredrickson, and Star Painter. Dunkelberger, Fosheim, Phillips, Moore, Hazy, and Byer for Parker. Moore serving. T-Art bump. Geigley sets up Berg, and she can't get it over the net. Moore will continue to serve, looking for 4th in a row. Nope, 3rd in a row. And that one didn't make it over the net. Weeman comes back in, and Painter goes to the bench for Baltic. Serving for Baltic is number 10, Bailey Brees. Phillips. Moore is going to set up Hazy, but the set goes over the net, and Fredrickson whacked it down for a kill, like an alley-oop, kinda. Brees serving. Byer in the air. Hazy back to Moore. She'll push it over. Up in the air for Fredrickson. Phillips, nice dive, but then nobody came to get it. Darn near a pancake there by Haley Phillips. Bailey Bree serving. Moore in the air. No, Moore setting. Dunkelberger whacks it. Baltic gets a piece on D. And then nobody recovers. Now serving Maya Beyer. She goes short. Berg up in the air. T-Art bump. Fredrickson goes backwards. Gets it over. Hazy whacks it. T-Art under it. Geigley sets up Weeman. That goes off Shayla Volz's hands and out of bounds for the kill. Claire Berg taking a turn to serve. Phillips under it, Moore in the air, Volz whacks it and too hard. That'll go onto the stage into the 95-year-old Velvet Curtains. 21-16 timeout on the court. Baltic took the first set of this JV matchup and they're up by 6. Make it 5. Good math. 21-16 here in the second. Okay, Claire Berg to serve. Gets it over. Beyer bumps, and that carries over the net. Berg, back set. Weeman whacks it. That goes off Phillips and into the crowd for a Baltic point. Berg will serve again. Volz, Moore. Sets up Hazy, blocked at the net by Fredrickson. Parker gets it back over. Now T-Art with the bump. Here comes Weeman. Beyer under that for Parker. Moore back to Volz. She just mistimed the jump just a hair. Barely got her fingertips on it. Spun it with a bunch of backspin and didn't make it over the net. Good attempt there. Claire Berg serving. Phillips, and that one took a right turn and to the right, and none of her teammates could get under it. Berg serving for the set and the match for your Lady Bulldogs. She goes short, Beyer can't get to it, and that'll do it. Baltic 2, Parker 0 here in the JV matchup. Let's put about 15 minutes on the clock here, and we'll come back with some girls Class A varsity volleyball action. Baltic Lady Bulldogs hosting the Parker Pheasants. Can you stand back a little bit, please? All right, boys, let's get it bopping. It's time for varsity volleyball action, Class A style. We're coming at you live from Baltic. The Baltic Lady Bulldogs are playing host to the Parker Pheasants. Parker comes into this game with a 3-10 record. Baltic on the year is 10-4. Fresh off their first home loss of the season to Elkton Lake Benton last Tuesday. Lady Elks come in and took 3 straight from the Lady Bulldogs. We'll see if Baltic can respond this evening. Don't forget, Baltic football team travels to Parker tomorrow. They'll tangle with the Pheasants on the gridiron tomorrow. Tonight's referees for this contest, Scott Wagner and Lacey Lynn. Running the clock is the whip, Book Pulzine. Line judges Marilyn Schmitz and Tricia Oshner. Starting lineups. First for the Parker Pheasants. Number 5, Jenna Van Velzen. Number 6, Haley Behrens. Number 8, Taryn Fuller. Number 9, Clara Montero. Number 11, Haley Phillips. And number 14, Shelby Pankratz. Your Pheasants are coached by Carly Ball. She's assisted by Brooklyn Cooper and Laura Jansen. We got the starters for Baltic. We got a couple of little Bulldogs out there. 3rd grader, Addison Johnson. Teacher, Mrs. Dugard. Favorite class is art. Her favorite subject is spelling. Her favorite food is tacos. And her favorite show is Player 2. The other little Bulldog for the evening is Bryn Langner. Her teacher, also Mrs. Dugard. Favorite class, art. Favorite subject, science. Favorite food, sub with mayo. And her favorite show is Zombies 3. Guess the first 2 didn't quite cut it. And now, the starters for your Lady Bulldogs. Number 2, Emma Van Regenmorda. Number 3, Danica Witzel. Number 4, Alex Dobbins. Number 6, J.C. Wenland. Number 8, Peyton Crow. And number 11, Bailey Tevedal. The libero is number 7, Madison Kennedy. Your Lady Bulldogs are coached by Matt Coons. He's assisted by Lynette Coker and the whip. And now, our national anthem, played by the Baltic Pep Band. Nice work by the Baltic Pep Band. Once again on the court for Parker, Jenna Van Velzen, number 5. 14, Shelby Pankratz. In the middle, Clara Montero. She wears number 9. Number 8, Taryn Fuller. In the middle, in the back, Haley Phillips. And 6, Haley Behrens. Madison Kennedy checks in for Alex Dobbins for Baltic. It'll go Kennedy, Witzel, Tevedal in the back row. Wendland, Kroll, and Van Regenmorter in the front. Parker to serve. They're going to lead off with Taryn Fuller, and we're underway. Bump by Witzel. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter, and Emma goes ham right out of the gate. Van Regenmorter, kill. Now serving, side out, Baltic point there. It's Peyton Kroll. She wears number 8, 5'8", sophomore. Bump up there by Behrens. Fuller going to set up Shelby Pankratz. Not sure if that got over the net because Van Regenmorter made sure it didn't. 2-0 Baltic. Here comes Kroll. Boom. Up in the air by Behrens. Holland sets up Montero. Baltic recovers. Here's Tevedal with the kill attempt. She paints the line. Bailey Tevedal with the kill. PK still serving. She wears 8. She's the Ocho. 3-zip Lady Bulldogs. And that serve does not get over the net. 3-1 Baltic serving for Parker. Jenna Van Velzen, 5'7" sophomore. Kennedy bump. Wendland serves for Witzel. Bumped up there by Van Velzen. Parker gets it over. Wendland in the air for Witzel again. Behrens. Fuller sets it back to Behrens, and it's blocked. Van Regenmorter doing a little Dikembe early on at the net. Denial. No. And now Emma to serve. Bump by Phillips. Fuller sets up Pankratz. Baltic recover. Swing by Tevedal. Parker under it. Montero pumps it over. Wendland sets up Dobbins, and she goes short. Useful placement by the Dobbler. Number 4, Alex Dobbins with the kill. Emma Van Regenmorter serving for Baltic. Phillips up in the air. Fuller sets up Behrens. Good swing there, and Behrens gets the kill. Behrens, a 5'11" sophomore. Phillips out. Natalie Haase in. She's a 5'8" junior. She wears 7. Montero, bumped by Kennedy. Wendland, back set Tevedal. She goes to the back corner, and it's out of bounds. Too much mustard by Tevedal. 5'3" Baltic. Montero serving. Bump. Wendland goes back row to Kroll, and she just rips one down. PK with the kill. Dumps it right in front of Montero. Montero will check out, as will Wendland for Baltic, as Fredrickson comes in for Baltic. And who we got? Number 0, Braylon Behrens, the freshman, in for Parker. Tevedal serving. Behrens in the air. Over to Behrens, and Parker punches it over. Tevedal sets up Dobbins, and she hits it off the Parker defense and gets it to the floor. Second kill for Alex Dobbins. 7-3 Lady Bulldogs. Tevedal serving. That goes off Van Vleesen. Parker's got to recover and does. Fuller whacked it over. Tevedal sets up Dobbins. She again goes short. Alex taking a few pages out of the finesse book tonight. Gets it to the floor again. Here comes Tevedal. She goes short. Barron's up that. Fuller back set for Volts. No, that's Hazy. Volts wore 7 in the JV game and Hazy wore 8. But this is Natalie Hazy and she wears 7. Gotcha. Fuller. Ooh, nicely whacked by Hallie Barons, the sophomore. Fuller back setter and she whacked it off Baltic to the floor. Good ferociousness. Now serving Maya Wright. She hits it into the net. 10-4, Baltic lead. Danica Witzel serving, 5'7" sophomore. Bump by Little Barons, whacked over the net by Older Barons. Up in the air, here comes Fredrickson. Right, bump, Fuller just pushes it over. Witzel sets up Kroll, and she goes finesse, and it works. Off the right hand of Hallie Barons. We got Hallie Barons and Braylon Barons and a timeout on the court. Timeout taken by Parker. Baltic up 11-4. Over after the game and get that stuff. I got a conference all day Saturday, so I probably can't help you. Look, not my idea. What's that? Bulldogs break the huddle, as do the Pheasants. We got Taryn Fuller, Natalie Hazy, Wright, couple of Barons, and Van Vleesen. Witzel serving, Van Vleesen up into the ceiling. Barons, Fuller's got to get it over and does. Tevedal, jump set for Kroll, blocked by Parker. No, just whacked into the net for 4 hits. Now serving Hallie Barons. Kennedy bump, Tevedal back set for Dobbins. Barons right, back to Hazy. Tevedal sets up Kroll. Braylon Barons under that, right to Fuller. Off Tevedal's fingers. Kennedy, nice play. Dobbins pushes it over backwards. Barons right, sets up Hazy. Bulldogs recover. Kroll. It's out. Kroll, too much mustard. Parker playing with a little more tenacity here. And here comes Hallie Barron serving for the Pheasants. Kennedy bump. Tevedal up in the air. Kroll, kill. PK. Peyton Kroll with the hammer. Van Regenmorter in, Madison Kennedy out. And the Dobler serving. Alex Dobbins. Yeah, she's 5'11". Hallie Barons right, pushes it over. Dobbins up in the air. Tevedal sets up Kroll, and she hammers it out. She tried to go line and went too far out to the left. Dobbins out, Kennedy back in. Hey, Parker student body showing up. Lot of good Halloween costumes. This is what we like to see. Now serving Hazy. Tevedal jump set for Van Regenmorter. Good swing, Parker under it. And we got a lift. Lift on Parker. Van Regenmorter put some heat on it, and the Pheasants recovered. Fredrickson out, J.C. Wendland in to serve. Wendland off Phillips and into the back wall for an ace. Wendland also serving, goes short, ace in a row. Baltic student body. Better check their pulse. Barron's high in the air. Hazy pushes it over and hits the antenna. We have a ref outfit. He's got on sunglasses and a blind man's stick. He's being escorted to the court. Awesome jumpsuit. Parker student body getting her done. They just came in late. They all got Halloween costumes on. That's awesome. That's awesome school spirit. Meanwhile, Wendland doing work for Baltic. Another serve. Barons right in the air. Back set for Hallie Barons. Wendland set for Tevedal. Push to the corner. And it's called in. Tevedal with the kill. No. Did they overrule it? Parker is clapping. Overruled. I think it was out. Wright checks out. We got Fuller serving. Witzel, Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter, and that goes off the Parker defense and off Haley Phillips for a kill. Peyton Kroll serving for Baltic. Off Hallie Barons. Phillips goes to get it. Barons has to push it over and does so backwards. Wendland dumps it over, but she's under the net. Now serving for Parker, Jenna Van Vleesen. Bump by Kennedy. Wendland back set Tevedal, and she pushes it to the floor. Now serving for Baltic, number 2, Emma Van Regenmorter. Off Van Vleesen, off the basketball hoop. Barons. Fuller gets it over. Back set Tevedal, and she pushes it off Van Vleesen for a kill. Van Regenmorter to serve. Timeout on the court. Timeout Parker. Lady Bulldogs lead the Pheasants 20-9 here in the first set of this Class A volleyball varsity matchup. Serving for Baltic is Emma Van Regenmorter. Van Vleesen, Phillips up in the air. Hallie Barons, bumped by Van Regenmorter. Set to Dobbins, and she pushes it to the corner. Dobbins very aware of the open spots on the floor tonight and how to put them there. Van Regenmorter still serving. Hallie Barons up in the air. Fuller sets up Pankratz. Kroll save. Tevedal in the air. Dobbins. Phillips. Fuller pushes it over. Tevedal gets a piece. Van Regenmorter. Wendland's got to get it over. Does so backwards. Kroll tries to dunk it. Tevedal. Phillips is everywhere. Dobbins. Barons. Push shot. Fuller. What a volley. Wendland back set. Tevedal. She goes to the corner. Bang. Squirt with the kill. Nice volleyball action there. Both teams going at it. Great saves. Van Regenmorter serving. Phillips, bump. Fuller sets up Hallie Behrens, and that's long. Nice swing by the sophomore. Too much power. Went out of bounds. Emma Van Regenmorter serving. 23-9 Lady Bulldogs. Van Vliesen in the air. Fuller is going to set up Hallie Behrens, and she doesn't get it over the net. Now serving Emma Van Regenmorter for the set. It's 24-9 Baltic. Bump by Phillips. Fuller goes to get it. And that hit the antenna coming back by Montero, and that'll do it. 25-9, Baltic takes the first set. I do have an announcement here. At this time, the volleyball team would like to take the opportunity to recognize those that serve or have served in any of the branches of the military. If you have served or are currently serving in the military, please stand. At home, do so the same. We'd like to thank you for your service to our country. Without your sacrifices, we would not have the freedoms we have today. We are grateful and applaud you for all you do and have done for us all. Thank you, the Baltic Lady Bulldog volleyball team. Well written. I did not write it. I was handed it, but I like it.
I'm going to put it in the, yeah.
You put them in jalapenos?
Huh?
You put them in jalapenos?
No, this is for the cowboy beans.
Oh, use the ground-up stuff. You ground it up like hamburger, put it in there.
No.
Use the ground-up stuff. You make a beans for us.
Brett was going to help. I guess he can't go drink with me all day. Someone said he can.
You can do whatever you want. As long as you stay in your house.
On the court for Parker, we got the senior Taryn Fuller, sophomore Jenna Van Vliesen, Clara Montero, sophomore, Maya Wright, Phillips, Hallie Behrens, and Van Vliesen. Did I say her already? I think so. For Baltic, the starters. Wendland serving to lead off this second set. That goes off Phillips for an ace. Wendland with the ace. Boom. Hallie Behrens in the air. Maya Wright sets up Montero. Bump by Kennedy. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter, and she rips it to the floor. Wendland serving again. She goes short, and Phillips can't reach that one. Wendland again. Hallie Behrens high in the air, right. Back set to Behrens. She hits a net job over. PK. I don't know what that call was. What happened there? This move? This? Like you're shoving someone? Wendland serving 4-0 Lady Bulldogs. She goes short. Hallie Barron's in the air. Right is going to set Van Vleesen, and she whacks it into the net. Bulldog point. J.C. Wendland, the senior, serving for Baltic. That goes off Van Vleesen and into the wall for another ace for Wendland. Maya Wright comes out, and into the game is Alyssa Schulte, a sophomore. Wendland whacks it to Schulte. Up in the air for Fuller, and Van Vleesen whacks that into the stage for a Baltic point. 7 straight here for JC. Boom. Van Vleesen in the air. Fuller sets up Montero. Witzel high in the air for Kroll. She hit it out of bounds. Too hard by Peyton. Pankratz comes in for Schulte. Pankratz, Shelby Pankratz, the junior. Fuller serving. Witzel bump. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter. Fuller under it. Van Regenmorter again with even more fun thunder. Emma Van Regenmorter with the kill. Peyton Kroll serving. Phillips in the air. Fuller in the air. Barron's over. Nicely done by Barron's. Back set, Van Regenmorter, and it's out. Out. Now serving for Parker, Jenna Van Vleesen. Witzel, kill. Danica Witzel. Danica Witzel, D with the kill. Talk to him. Now serving Madison Kennedy. Phillips. Fuller over her head. Kennedy. Wendland sets up Witzel. She just punches it over. Barron's. Fuller back to Barron's. Blocked by Baltic. Wendland up in the air. Witzel. Fuller. Pankratz sets up Hallie Barron's. She gets the kill. What's up? Huh? Just what?
Was calling to talk.
Oh. Now serving Clara Montero. 9-3 Baltic. Up to Tevedal, and she puts it down. Bailey Tevedal with the kill off the hands of Taryn Fuller. Montero out. In comes Braylon Barron's for Parker. Belle Wilhelmsen in for Baltic. Tevedal serving for Baltic. And I guess it's out. Service error for Baltic. 10-4 Baltic. Maya Wright back in. Bump. Tevedal up for Witzel, and she rips one down. That was out also. These are awful close for that back end of the ball. Wright serving. That's out. Danica Witzel serving, no. We're going to have Bailey Brees check in for her and serve. 11-5 Lady Bulldogs. Here comes Brees. That's Braylon Barron's under it, but it went out of bounds. Brees again. Van Vleesen. Wright is going to set up Fuller. Bump by Brees. Tevedal is going to set up PK. She's blocked at the net. Tevedal pushes it over right under it. Hallie Behrens. And that was in. Hallie Behrens with a nice kill, and now she'll serve for the Pheasants.
They don't know what to do.
Bump by Kennedy. Tevedal in the air for Kroll, and she rips it off the net, off a Pheasant, and gets the point. Kennedy out, Van Regenmorter in. The Dobler will be serving. Alex Dobbins, she wears number 4. Van Vliesen high in the air, right with the bump. Here comes Hazy. Baltic under it. Peyton Kroll couldn't get that one over the net.
No worries. No worries.
Now serving for Parker, Natalie Hazy. She's a junior. Tevedal, Van Regenmorter. Hazy off the rafter. That was some pinball action there. Van Regenmorter started to heat things up. Hazy got under it and went from her hands quickly into the rafters and into the floor. Side out, Baltic. Here comes Wenland to serve. Behrens back to Hazy, and she whacks it into the net. Wenland, Behrens, Morento brings it back, and we got a couple of Pheasants crash into each other. Montero, I don't know what I said, Clemento or something. Clara Montero. Timeout on the floor. Lady Bulldogs up 16-7. On the court for Baltic, Emma Van Regenmorter, senior. Peyton Kroll, sophomore. Bailey Tevedal, junior. Bailey Brees, junior. Madison Kennedy, senior. And serving, J.C. Wenland, senior. She goes short, way short, into the net. And serving for Parker, Taryn Fuller. She's one of 3 seniors on this team. Wenland up in the air for Tevedal, and that goes off Parker into the floor for a kill. Now serving for Parker is the Ocho, Peyton Kroll. Phillips, Behrens, Pankratz over. Witzel in the air, Wenland sets up Tevedal, and that goes off Behrens for a kill. (18-8) Baltic. PK serving for your Lady Bulldogs. Behrens. Fuller pushes it over to the middle. Nice diving attempt there by Kroll, but Fuller had placed it just about perfect. Side out, Parker ball, Van Vliesen to serve for the Pheasants. Wenland sets up Van Regenmorter from the outside, and she lays the wood. Emma Van Regenmorter with the kill. Kennedy serving for Baltic. Phillips under it. Fuller back set Morento. Nice dig by Wendland. Witzel. Phillips high in the air. Fuller. Parker's got to get it over, and Hallie Behrens does. Tevedal's going to set up front for Witzel. She rips that one off of Fuller, and for the kill, Danica Witzel. Madison Kennedy to serve. Tape job and over for the ace.
My brother just sitting here funny.
That one goes into the net. Side out, Parker ball, Clara Montero to serve for the Pheasants. Kennedy goes for it. Wendland tries to bring it back and hits it off the antenna. Montero, 6-foot sophomore, serving for the Pheasants. Wendland up in the air. Got to get it over, and Kennedy does. Van Vleesen, Fuller, sets up Behrens, and it's out. She ripped it line, but just out. Coming in for Baltic, Belle Wilhelmsen and Claire Berg. And Claire Berg will serve for your Lady Bulldogs. Behrens up in the air. Fuller sets up Behrens, and she whacks it into the net. (23-11) Lady Bulldogs. Claire Berg serving. Up in the air, Van Vleesen. Fuller's going to set up Pankratz. She pushes it over and way over. Too far out of bounds. Claire Berg, the sophomore, serving for the set for your Lady Bulldogs. Van Vleesen, Fuller, here comes Behrens. Nicely placed by Hallie Behrens. Side out, Parker serving. It's Maya Wright, 5'8" sophomore. Bump by Kennedy. Berg up in the air. Dobler. Witzel back. Setting up Wilhelmsen. Behrens with the hand. Got to get it over, and Fuller does. PK. Berg sets up Dobbins. She backs up. Has it blocked. Off the rafter. Good pinball action there. Results in a Parker point. Maya Wright serving. Kennedy bump. Berg setting up Wilhelmsen. Cross court killer off Van Vleesen. Kill Belle Wilhelmsen. Set to the Baltic Lady Bulldogs. Yeah, top sheet. Some public service announcements here. Volleyball season is going very well, and I really am proud of the girls' efforts to push the team to reach their potential, says head coach Matt Coons. Here's what's happening the rest of the season. Thursday, September 22nd is Military Night. That's tonight, celebrating the sacrifices of our military. All military get free admission to the game. Saturday, September 24th, they're having a camp from 9 to 3. Is that for the first and through third graders? First through third graders, camp from 9 to 3. Lunch will be subs from Subway. If anyone wants to help out, make a salad or dessert, feel free to make something for the athletes. I'm asking the high school players to come work with them and then coach in the afternoon. You're invited to watch them coach from 1 to 3. I guess the camp runs from 9 to 3. It's not just for first through third graders. Huh. I don't quite understand that one, but something's going on Saturday, September 24th. There'll be a camp, and the high school girls will be helping coach. Tuesday, September 27th, celebrating you, the parents, for all you do and the support you give your daughter and the team. We couldn't do it without you. We'll have bars and drink after the game. The athletes will come join you when the matches are done. Monday, October 3rd, we're having senior parent night, which includes celebrating with pizza and cake for the whole team after the matches. Friday, October 21st, will be our Think Pink night. We'll be playing for Jen Even and all those who have fought or are fighting cancer. Selling T-shirts. If you want one, make sure you get your order in before the 26th of September. And October 12th, we'll be having a team meal. Julie Wilhelmsen will be putting it on. If you're willing to help her with the team meal, please put your name and number and email down so we can contact you. Thank you. Sincerely, Matt Coons, head varsity volleyball coach. I'm going to keep that and read through that a few more times. Okay, Baltic up 2-0 here on Parker. Fuller to serve for the Pheasants. Tevedal high in the air with backspin. Wendland. Tevedal with the kill attempt. Van Vleesen under it. Fuller back to Van Vleesen. Kennedy under that one. Nice dig. Here comes PK. She goes finesse. Fuller. Pankratz. Van Vleesen over. Tevedal up in the air for PK. And that's too hard. Too hard. Peyton Kroll whacked it. Good swing. Too far. Parker up 1-0. Bumped by Witzel. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter. She's blocked. Baltic recovers. And we have 4 hits. 4 hits. That was blocked. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it went into the net. Parker up 2-0. Back set for PK. Fuller under that one. Pankratz. Montero. Kennedy. Wendland going to set up Peyton Kroll. Fuller under it. Van Vleesen. Wendland up in the air for Tevedal. Behrens. Van Vleesen puts it over. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter and she goes finesse. Should be happy. Now serving Peyton Kroll for Baltic. That goes off Phillips and Fuller can't bring it back. Had a little funky spin on it. Tied up at 2, Kroll serving. Off Phillips and into the Baltic student body. Peyton Kroll serving for Baltic. Van Vleesen in the air. Fuller's going to set up Pankratz. Pankratz works it through the Bulldogs' defense into the floor for the kill. That's Shelby Pankratz, 5'9" junior. Bump. Wendland sets up Van Regenmorter. Fuller under it. Behrens. Kennedy under that. From the back row, PK. Parker responds. Behrens. Kennedy waiting on it on her knees. Witzel. Blocked by Parker, and then it did some spinning all the way down the net and fell out of bounds for a Baltic point. Van Regenmorter to serve for your Lady Bulldogs. Van Vleesen, Marento. Fuller over. Montero, not Marento. Back set for Dobbins. Van Vleesen gets it over. PK. Wendland sets up Dobbins. And Baltic was under the net. I think they got Wendland. 6 was the call, and she wears 6. Tied up at 4, Clara Montero. We got Hazy back in for Parker. Parker up by 1 as Baltic confusion reigned. Montero again. Kennedy bump. Wendland up in the air, and again, nobody knows who that set is for, and Kroll ends up under the net. This is the same exact thing that just happened. Under not knowing who's going to whack it. Parker up 2. And Montero whacks that into the net for an unforced service error. Maya Fredrickson in for J.C. Wendland. Here comes Tevedal. Hallie Barons high in the air. Fuller goes to get it. Here comes Hallie Barons. She whacks a good swing. Back to Fredrickson. Fuller under that for Parker. Barons rips one out of bounds. Thought maybe touch. Deerstand says no, no, no. Tevedal serving. We're tied at 6. At 8, Barons up. Ace by Tevedal. Bailey still serving. That's too far. Whacked it out of bounds. Unforced service error, Baltic. Now into the game and serving is Alyssa Schulte for the Pheasants. And that goes off Witzel, and Schulte's got herself an ace, and the Pheasants are up by 1. Schulte hits that into the net. We're all tied up at 8. Some not great serving back-to-back here by both teams. Here's Witzel. That's off Schulte and off Hallie Barons. Both of them seemingly using their elbows, and that didn't work. Point for the Bulldogs and point for Witzel. That's Braylon Barons. Fuller, Hallie Barons whacks it over with one hand. Witzel sets up the Dobbler. Schulte goes down low to get it, and it goes into the net, and Parker can't dig it out of there. Excuse me. Now serving again, Danica Witzel. Braylon Barons high in the air. Fuller going to set up Hallie Barons. She can't get that one over. Witzel, Schulte, Fuller in the air, smacked down by Peyton Kroll, off Schulte and into the wall for a kill for PK. Ocho doing work in the front left. Witzel still serving. Schulte off her hands and down. Danica Witzel, 5'7" sophomore, heck of an all-around athlete. Back set for Hallie Barons, and she rips it off Witzel for the kill. Nice swing by Hallie, and she'll go back to serve for the Pheasants as they earn the side out. Here's Hallie Barons. That does not make it over the net. Now serving Madison Kennedy. That one fly out of there. Can you back up? Parker couldn't get that one to return. Kennedy serving for your Lady Bulldogs. Schulte, Fuller up in the air. Here comes Hazy, and that one, I don't think it got over the net. Van Riggenmorter was there. Timeout on the floor called by Parker. Baltic's got the first 2 sets of this match, and they currently lead 16-9 here over the Pheasants of Parker. Parker student body right in front of me. We got a banana, we got a sombrero, we got Scooby-Doo. We got a fantastic flowered jumpsuit, like a detective suit with fake pipe. Probably better clarify that the pipe is fake, or at least not being smoked. We have the blind guy. We have the detective beating the guy in the sombrero. Spider-Man, prisoner, blind ref, some type of alien thing, couple of alien things. What is it? Wonder Woman also present. Yep, got the banana. Woody from Toy Story also in the house. Good. Great job by the Parker boys. They're chanting, "Let's play football," and they'll do that tomorrow night. Van Vliesen with the rip and the kill for Parker. Braylon Barron's out. Hazy serving. Bumped by PK. Tevedal sets up Van Regenmorter, and that goes straight down. Nicely done, Van Regenmorter. Phillips in, Hazy out for Parker. I'll bet the detective is Sherlock Holmes. J.C. Wendland in and serving for the Bulldogs. Hallie Barron's up. Fuller, Montero, too much mustard. Good swing, but out of bounds. Wendland serving for Baltic. She goes short, and that doesn't make it over the net. Hey, Taryn Fuller, 5'8" senior, serving for Baltic, or excuse me, Parker. And we got Ava Tiart checking in for Baltic. And it goes to Tiart. Wendland, back set for PK. She gets it over with the push. Set for Pancras, and she doesn't whack it over the net. 19-11 Baltic. Peyton Kroll to serve for your Lady Bulldogs. And she doesn't get it over the net either. Van Vliesen serving for Parker. And that whacked right into the net. Van Regenmorter now serving for Baltic. Hallie Barons high in the air. Fuller back to Barons. Here's the swing. Punched up by PK all the way over the net. No, that was Emma. Back to Barons. She swings again. Bump. Wendland sets up Dobbins. She spins it, and Barons puts one hand on it. I don't know if that would have landed in or out. Weird spin. Not much chance to get it over. Sad Baltic point. Emma Van Regenmorter serving for your Lady Bulldogs. Van Vliesen. Fuller. Back set Montero. She spotted the open area and put it right there. Nicely done. Just out of the reach of Addison Geigley, who just checked into the game. And now Madison Kennedy checks in for Baltic. Clara Montero serving for the Pheasants. Bump. Geigley back set Tevedal. It's blocked. Nice effort. Baltic getting it back over. PK to the floor with the dig. Beautiful. Hazy punches it over. Geigley sets up Peyton Kroll. Van Vliesen. Fuller going to set up Barons. Blocked by Baltic. Got it back over, did Parker, and Tevidal put the munch on it for the kill. Braylon Barons now back in for Parker. Tevidal serving. Another service error for Bailey Tevidal. Alyssa Schulte in now for Parker. Bump. Tevidal gonna set up Dobbins, and she gets the kill. Van Vleesen can't handle it. Danica Witzel serving for Baltic. Barons up in the air. Fuller sets up Hazy. Tevidal sets up PK, and she rips it. Peyton Kroll with the kill. 24-14 Baltic. Danica Witzel serving for the set and the match for your Lady Bulldogs. Barons up in the air. Fuller's going to set up Hallie Barons. Tevidal bump. Witzel sets up PK. She goes finesse, and that'll do it. Baltic takes down the Parker Pheasants tonight in straight sets. 25-9, 25-13, 25-14. Will you get Emma? Stay tuned for interview with high school volleyball players. Once again, let's try to read this public service announcement. Baltic student body making the tunnel for the girls, and they should. They played well. I would like to thank Matt Coons for setting me up with all the information, and Edward Clark also with an information sheet. Nicely done. Okay. I want to try to do this camp again because I think there's some interest out there. Volleyball is getting more popular in town. I believe the camp is going from 9 to 3. And you can come and watch the high school girls coach from 1 to 3. But it starts at 9. And then they'll have lunch. And that'll be subs from Subway. I thought at first it said we're having 1 to 3 camp from 9 to 3. I thought that meant first through third graders. But it's not just for them. So if you want your younger girl to come to volleyball camp on Saturday, September 24th, right here in the Baltic Gym, contact the school. And then Tuesday, September 27th will be Parents' Night. Monday, October 3rd will be Senior Parent Night. We also have pizza and cake for the whole team after the matches. Parents will have bars and drinks after the game on September 27th. And, of course, Friday, October 21st, we'll be having our Think Pink Night planned for Jen Even and all those who have fought or are fighting cancer. And if you're selling T-shirts for this event, if you want one, get your order in before September 26th. Okay. I think we got that dialed in. And also shout out, yes, to Jen Even. We love you, buddy. And shout out Renee Nelson. I hope things are going okay with your recovery. I think we got everything covered on there. Tonight was military night. Once again, Baltic taking down Parker tonight in straight sets. 25-9, 25-13, and 25-14. Next action for Baltic will be Tuesday, September 27th, as they host Del Rapids St. Mary's. Joining me now in the prestigious booth, senior volleyball player Emma Van Regenmorter. Emma, how'd you like that game?
It was really fun, really high energy, and it was so good to win.
Student body a little bit dead tonight. Did you guys give the boys football team some Benadryl before this game or what?
We might have, but we're not going to show the same energy tomorrow at the football game, that's for sure.
Nope, they were there when it counted. One question for you and only you. What's it like to be queen?
Oh, it was fun. I really liked riding in the convertible on the parade. That was probably the best part.
And congratulations to you and Jose, King and Queen 2022 Baltic royalty. Okay, you are middle hitter extraordinaire. I ask everybody this. That's tall. Block or kill? What's your favorite?
Probably a good block when it goes straight down, and it just feels really good when it's just going like 100 miles an hour.
I love them both, and you do them so well. Okay, what percent is this ankle that we had a little sprain with earlier in the year? How's it feeling? Is it coming along? How are we doing?
It was doing pretty good, but then I tweaked it on Tuesday, so it's about like 50% right now.
I did not know that. Yeah, didn't know it. Couldn't see it tonight. You got up in the air pretty good and hit things pretty ferociously. So, Baltic off to their best start in volleyball history. What's your favorite part of the team?
Definitely how high intensity in practice and games, and when we put the ball away, that's my favorite part.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Van Regenmorter, senior volleyball player. Thank you for joining us, Emma, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
On behalf of Edward Clark for setting me up with information and Coach Coons, wifey, walk phone Kelly, Emma Van Regenmorter, we are BSPN, the Baltic Sports Programming Network, and we're out. Bulldogs victorious tonight. Straight sets over the Pheasants.